Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler every series videos I do for the one hour over their travel food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This is one of those instances where I hope this is extra delicious because it's also just my food. So, but we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is absolutely the case today. I got off work about an hour ago now, and I went over there. I bummed around talking with one of my coworkers for a bit, and when everything was said and done, I was like, oh, just go home. I was like, you know what? Really didn't have much for lunch. I'm kind of like thinking, okay, you know what can I get? Where can I get it from? That kind of deal. And I was like, you know what? Might hit the Circle K. It's been a little bit since I've been back to the Circle K. See what they got. Well, folks, what do they got? What am I reviewing for you? What are we doing here? It happens to be, boom, it's pizza. This is specifically a Godfather's Pizza to Go. This is their sausage mini pizza. And yeah, this is from Circle K, the gas station chain. So I guess for all intents and purposes, I'm going to consider this Godfather's Pizza, not Circle K. Circle K was just housing it. But yeah, man, I was like, cool, tiny pizza. Sounds like a good idea to me. There's like never a time when I won't eat pizza. So it looks, and they had like a breakfast pizza and a pepperoni pizza too. But I was like, I'm a sausage guy, so. Although I like pepperoni and I even like a breakfast pizza too. Let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like that. Ha 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 ha. Maybe a little bit. Ha 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 ha. Sure, man. Let's give it a go. Let's eat a tiny pizza. And I've never had I know Godfather's is a thing, and the only thing I've ever seen them attached to though are gas stations. So I don't know if they're only a gas station brand or how that goes. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. In fact, I would put it above most gas station pizzas I've had. And now, mind you, I said most, not all. There's been some instances I've had where I've actually had some pretty solid gas station pizza. And in general, I don't have a huge issue with gas station pizza. Pizza Hut gas station pizza is pretty good. Speedway stuff is pretty decent too. I'm okay with it. I'm a pizza slut, so I'll just roll with stuff. But most of them taste like a gas station pizza. There's just something about it. It just doesn't quite come together the way a proper pizza would. And it doesn't mean that it's bad or anything, but it's not quite there. It's not quite. It's like 80% of the way. This tastes a little bit closer to being an actual pizza. Emphasis on a little bit though. If the normal stuff gets you about 80% of the way there, it is like 85 to 87. It doesn't quite crack 90. But the flavor is there. I think a big thing that helps this is the tomato sauce. Because a lot of times with gas station pizzas, tomato sauce just seems a bit too amped up. Just like they're overcompensating with it. With this, it definitely tastes closer to, to like a classic style tomato sauce that you would get on a pizza. You get a fair amount of sausage. And it tastes okay. It has a little bit of character to it. Like for me, growing up in Chicago and in Illinois, we're basically like the greatest pizza state in all of America. Come at me. But, we have some really phenomenal pizza. Ain't no two ways about it. And to be fair, there's plenty of phenomenal pizza around the rest of the country. Just Illinois is the best at it. But no, like sausage is something that is like very kind of near and dear to my heart when it comes to pizza toppings. It's kind of my go-to. Even though, I like pepperoni and stuff too. But I like my sausage to have some character, some personality to it. This has a little bit. You can tell with the way it's seasoned. It's got a little something extra to it. It doesn't taste just like straight generic sausage. Yeah. The cheese tastes good. You can tell the way it's cooked. Again, it's a little bit closer to being an actual pizza. However, here is what really gives it away. Crust. This is some bendy bitch crust. It just, yeah. It's almost more the consistency of a breadstick. There's no crunch to it, no bite to it. Little kid Brandon would have really liked that. Because I didn't like a harder crust, I was the type of kid where typically I would just leave the crust alone after it was done, Unless I was really, really hungry. As I've gotten older, and hopefully smarter, and definitely fatter, so there's that too. I appreciate a good crust, and I revel in that experience because I know that a really good crust makes for a better pizza. This is not a great crust. It doesn't taste bad, I'll say that. But the texture is just completely, it's closer to like fast food pizza, like your Domino's, your Pizza Huts and stuff. So, unfortunately, whereas like the rest of the pizza kind of veers pretty close to being, again, like an actual pizza, the crust really betrays it. Like if the crust had actually been solid, I would have probably given it like a solid like 90% of the way there. Like I was talking, maybe even like 92. But yeah, just that crust it's not a bad tasting crust, but it's just spongy and, very unremarkable. But 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Well, it's sort of within the context of what are we talking about? Are we talking about Godfather's Pizza in general or specifically the gas station variety? Because I can only go off the gas station variety. With that being the case, I would say on occasion and sure. Like, here's the thing. If Godfather's Pizza is an actual, like, pizza place with actual locations, because like I said, I don't know off the top of my head, which realistically means I just don't know, and I'm just trying to save myself from looking like a complete ignorant idiot. But the thing is, it's like, would I be willing to, like, try their stuff from, like, a proper location? Yeah, I would. Because I think at the very least, the basis of what they're doing is correct. The only thing, like I said, the big thing that hurts it is just that crust. It's just not a great crust. If we're talking specifically the gas station variety, though, I mean, on occasion, I think I would. I don't go to Circle K's that often because they're, like, not that close to me, so it's usually a little bit of a thing. But a lot of times I do like to try their food because some of it's pretty solid. I've reviewed a bunch of their stuff in the past, by the way, if you're interested. Could I see maybe going over there and grabbing one of these every once in a while? Every once in a while. Just every once in a while as a little thing. I'd still probably, I'd just go proper pizza if I could, but every once in a while for convenience sake, sure. Because again, I'd still give it credit and say it's better than most gas station pizza I've had. If I'm recommending it though, again, it's that aspect of what am I recommending. I can't recommend any of the, potential actual locations or what have you, but again, at the very least, it seems decent. But if we're just talking, again, the gas station stuff, sure, give it a go. It is, I've talked with people who are like very snobby about their pizza, and especially when it comes to gas station pizza, they won't have any of it, even the stuff that, at least in my opinion, tastes okay. This, I think, would maybe not satiate them, but at the very least might allow them to some level of enjoyment. Because again, I do think there's it's a little bit closer to being a proper pizza. But sure, man, go over there and pick yourself up one. Maybe you got a couple little kids or something like that. Be like, here, split this. Love each other. Don't do meth when you get older. That kind of thing. But yeah, it's not bad. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly proper pizza-tastic rest of your life. Proper pizza is really good. Unless, well, I won't go there. But maybe one day I'll review some proper pizza. We'll see. We'll see. Don't hold me to it. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal opinion on pizza? Most people like pizza, but I have talked with some people who don't. Be fair, as a kid, I really wasn't into pizza. I've told this story, I think, once or twice, but like, yeah, man, I didn't like how messy pizza was. As a kid, I was like really weird about that stuff. I wasn't germophobic or anything. I didn't like my hands being dirty and stuff, and pizza was just so messy. And it wasn't until my dad went over there and started getting broccoli on pizza, because he's like special ordered it. And I loved broccoli as a kid, so that was, my kind of like my weaning into it. And then eventually, of course, I love it. But I'd love to hear about your experiences. Do you have personal, favorite combinations, styles, things that are, anyway.